Folks, after another lovely 3-hour Dynamite Collision, oh boy, my favorites. Coming off of a good pay-per-view, though. Lots and lots to talk about when it comes to the world of AEW, Dynamite Collision. We got the Owen going on. We got a new event announced. We've got news. We got happenings. We've got it all. And we've got BJ. BJ, how are you, my friend?
Doing great. It has been chaos. But that's kind of how we like it. Apologies if my audio is a little off than normal, but if I need to adjust, we'll figure out what we can do there. But having some mic difficulties right before we were getting started is always a pleasure. But yes, lots of big changes in my life just starting today. About to be changing some stuff, making some moves, and it comes at a great time because it's also happening with Dynamite after the fallout of Double or Nothing and where we got on this 3-hour special.
I wanted to yell millions of dollars, but I don't know if anyone would get that anymore. Millions of dollars, millions of dollars. Let's give a shout out to the chat. Shout out to Zach Minger for being the first one in here. And I didn't know it was National Hamburger Day. At my shoot job, the boss always puts what day it is, and I always try to see if it lines up. So thank you, Zach. And yeah, send me a hamburger, somebody. I'm in. AEW fan hubs, greetings and Dalmatians, everyone. This was not a typo. I just wanted to hear Conrad say Dalmatians. I bet it's adorable. It worked. It worked, my friend.
You got it.
XG Dub, what's good? What is good? At my job, we have a phrase. When you say you're living the dream, we know what that means. I think by now everybody knows that I'm very sarcastic when they're like, hey. Usually you're calling me when there's a problem, and it's, hey, how's it going? I'm like, living the dream. How are you? Yeah. What? I know you're not calling to bring me ice cream, so you know.
Oh yes, what a dream.
Always a problem. Valerie, thank you. First, welcome. Appreciate you being in here. And I saw that you had also wrote you just bought tickets for the new AEW pay-per-view. Let's go. You must be in the Montreal area. I will speak a little French, but I got a D. So, je voudrais un steak et frites. There we go. International podcast now.
Bonjour, je m'appelle BJ, and toi?
Zut alors. I know a little bit. I can do a little bit. I used to be able to tell time pretty good in it too. I can understand it better than I can speak it. Jocelyn in the house. Hey, Jocelyn. I hope we caught you on a good day today. Clown says, afternoon, everyone. Hello, Clown. How are you? How's the West Coast treating you? Let me see here. E yelling at us, late. What's going on, E? How are you, E? I hope things are well, E. we were having a conversation earlier when I was on my workout. He put just kidding, though. Hey, yo. Quill's in the house. He said, what's up, Conrad and BJ, your boy Sir Quills is back to enjoy yet another dope AEW review with some collision on the side. Chicken noodle soup. Brother Conrad and brother Professor BJ. #EPW. We appreciate that, good sir.
Thank you.
He said, I made hamburgers yesterday. I'm a rebel. I hope you enjoyed them.
You were just early.
Early. That's it.
You were pre-gaming for the big day.
B-Boy Skyline in the house. What's going on? Yo, if you guys are going to Dragon Con, make sure you look for B-Boy. He's usually one of the top tier cosplayers out there. He said, go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I have been dying to go to Dragon Con, and one of the biggest reasons, weirdly enough, is because I see all the fun and stuff that Austin Creed has at it. So he didn't get to go to last year's. That's how I kept up with the con, because I knew that he couldn't make last year's because of the schedule. So
Yep. Yeah, you may notice that he's always out during these times. He's out. I'm just waiting for the day to come that Austin Creed faces Kenny Jerome Omega in the ring. Also need Austin Creed to show up at Dragon Con. I think he will. He's got free time. T-Ferg, what's good, everyone? Can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts on Kevin Knight and Speedball. Looks like both decided to get new stylists. Man, people are dogging Speedball's jacket.
I mean, it was his own eclectic fashion. He's a very eclectic person by his style in the ring and his own like style normally for a match, like his own gear. So, you know, he was just rocking a new look.
There you go. There you go. BJ, that's BJ's YouTube channel. If you guys want to support him, he does a lot of video game coverage and stuff like that. I'm sure you can get him to talk wrestling if you ask him a question in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very easy. And there you go, E. Just because. All right. Let's not waste any time, man. Let's jump right into this Dynamite review. Let's talk about it. Coming off the heels of Double or Nothing, BJ, people have already heard how I thought. Go in the archives, listen to it. What did you think of Double or Nothing before we get into this Dynamite stuff?
I love Double or Nothing. You know, I get a little bit of the benefit here with being removed and past the Dynamite and Collision and also getting to hear everyone else's thoughts. I saw a lot of people saying like this might be one of AEW's best shows I've ever put on or whatever. I don't agree with that because there's just been so many amazing shows that I'm like, nah, I don't think it lines up to this, and I don't think it lines up to this, and I don't think it lines up to that. However, that's not taking anything away from how good of a show it was. It was an A+ show. It is in that conversation. It's just not number one. You know what I mean? Like, could it make a top 10? Very potentially, but is it, you know, they've got so many that I consider A+ shows. I just know, you know, that's a great thing to have in general, but I just know it's not like the best for me. But it was great. I loved it. And I liked the way that the match layouts were. There were a few spots where I'm like I kind of like the match right after Takeshita and Okada, and like being like anyone who was going to have to fill those slots is going to have to do a good job in like building back up the crowd or being able to keep them flowing. And so, you know, there were some spots where I was like, I wish it would have been a different match that was after this, but all the matches themselves were great. And so I had a good time with it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I don't know if this is the perfect time to insert this, I guess. Maybe it is. You brought up that everybody thought it was great. Mm-hmm. There was a big migration of people who I feel watched this pay-per-view. I sent BJ some clips today of people who are my friends, people who I've worked with, and I said, yo, check this out, BJ, by chance. Sure.
Yeah.
And isn't it funny that they were talking about AEW? And I was just like, you don't talk AEW. Very rarely do I ever hear you talking. You'll talk it with me, but I don't see you promoting it or making content about it. I want y'all to remember something. I'm just going to say this now. And y'all better have my back when I say this on social media. Remember who's been talking about it before this, when it was a t-shirt company at first. Remember those days? Yeah, if you've been around that long, you know. It was a joke. Oh, this isn't real. It's until it's on TV. I don't believe it. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Look where we are now.
To take a little bit of Sean's flair, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. You guys do Clash of the Podcast, 6:05 every Monday. You should be here.
There it is.
And also to quote Billiam Jamiroquai Ospreay, the feeling is back, bro. Like it was back last year, but it's never gone away. The tide has turned again, in my opinion. And I mean, I never left. I'm also like you, AEW since day one. I have been here. I have been watching. I've been enjoying all its highs, all its lows. I still have thought it's been better than the alternative. But it like cylinders right now. It's been great.
There was a big shift. I didn't even send you this one, but Ariel Hawani's crew, you could tell, not really. They were saying the names wrong. They were like they called Konosuke Takeshita is how they said his name. I know it's Konosuke Takeshita. Trust me.
Yeah. But because they're not someone who normally watches to hear the pronunciation.
But then they were like, I didn't know that was Edge and Christian when the first match started for a minute. I looked at it and they're like, that's Edge and Christian from back in the day. But you could tell they don't watch. But you know what they said? I had so much fun at the show. People were yelling. There was always pops. It felt like they were doing stuff. He was like, my wife's yelling and she doesn't even know who these people are. She was like, Proto Star, that's my guy. And he's like, do you watch this behind my back or what? and it was to bring up something that I thought was very interesting. Like you said, the tides are turning a little bit. And I don't know if it's people are bored with the alternative, we'll keep saying. I don't know if they feel like the alternative isn't working for them. AEW feels like, I want you to watch. I want your eyeballs. Come here. Like, come look what I have. I have what you keep begging about and you're complaining about. I have it. Look.
We give you the commercial break for you to actually take a breather, not to fill time and make some more money. And when it comes to pay-per-views, you don't get that. So just be prepared for the marathon.
Yeah. So. And I love to some of the comments that are popping up in here right now. Yes, I remember B-Boy told me one of his proudest moments, FaceTiming with Creed at Dragon Con.
That is awesome.
And I agree with you, Clown. Remember, we gave the show an A. I did not say like A+, one of the best AEW shows of all. I still have All Out 2021. Like, me personally, that is the best show. The moments, the matches. Now, are there better match cards? We might be looking at Double or Nothing from last year, and I'm like, now hold on now. That Ospreay Hangman match was a roller coaster.
Oh, yes.
Revolution. I always tell people, out of all the pay-per-views, there's not really been a Revolution where I'm like, oh man. Revolution's always like, man, they always usually knock it out the park.
I'm fairly certain, and I'm not gonna like promote someone that's not like paying me to promote, but it's another like prominent YouTube group across the pond that I follow. I'm pretty sure in their awards, every year they end up voting for Revolution as the show of the year. They realize that from top to bottom, when it comes to card after card after card, each year Revolution brings an incredible show. So, yeah.
And I don't know if you saw my timeline. I went back and watched a couple matches from the first Double or Nothing. I was just cruising through and I was like, man, look at how far they've come. Like, I'm looking at graphics. I'm like, ooh, that could be touched up. I'm listening to Alex Marvez on commentary and I'm like, ooh, we might have to make a change. I see Tony Schiavone sitting in the crowd.
Yeah.
They have made great strides. They have changed a lot of stuff. Matches now that we were like, but it was needed at that time. Like, it felt good to see like SCU on the card. And it felt good to see like just different things like that. I say all that to say it was a good show. I'm happy for it. And like I said, I think people are starting to say, maybe I need to go see what's across the street, see what's happening over here. So interesting.
One of my biggest things that I love about this is how do I say it? The first time AEW was can't miss, in my opinion. There were so many detractors just based off of principle. But this time, you bought in real heavy on the new way things are going to be done, and it's a whole new world, and things are going to be better, and the stories are going to be great, and it's not really panning out that way for you. So I'm glad that this time around, they're giving you reasons to not hold on rather than this tribalism. These guys are trying this out because there's no reason to have tribalism about it now.
Yeah, or you can definitely tell who is. I saw some people trying to be negative about the show, and I'm like, you're trying to be negative.
You have to be.
Yeah. So I was just like, yeah, I'm good on that note. I saw like people getting. If you're mad about Mick Foley going to AEW, grow up. Like I don't know what else to tell you. I said the same thing. If you were mad about Powerhouse Hobbs going to WWE, like grow up, man. Like I don't know what to tell you.
At the end of the day, like Powerhouse Hobbs situation, at the end of the day, he went to where he thought there was a better opportunity and more money, and it's a business. And if everybody was loyal to every company they ever worked for all the time, everyone would be paid less in the entire world because they wouldn't have to pay you more because they know that you'd stay.
Right.
And so that's what makes a business a business. So I'm not mad about that. If he decides to come back, he decides to come back. You know, that Mix was a different reason, and I won't get into all of that here, but it was him in a place where he could stand on his own principles and his own thoughts. And because he wasn't with WWE, the opportunity was here, and he felt that they aligned better with him. That's all it is. Like, you know, if you're upset that he chose this, then you might be more upset with him as the person or the place where he was more so than the place where he went.
100%.
Yep.
Shout out to Joel for the $1 super chat. We appreciate you, my brother. Something folks hit. Okay. I hope that wasn't on mine, clown, but who knows? AEW needs better shows like Don and Queens. Hey, maybe you never know. He said pay-per-view at Yankee Stadium. Maybe they can fill it up. The weekly shows feel disjointed from the amazing pay-per-views. I don't agree with that always, though. I think sometimes they're really, really good. I don't know. I don't know why people feel so disconnected through it. Because one of the complaints I keep hearing, and BJ knows, like I keep hearing about, oh, how come this person's not on? How come that person's not on? There is only 2 hours. There is not like all this time, or I guess this week there was 3, but there's not all this time for people. And then some people be like, well, I don't want them on Ring of Honor. I want more women's wrestling. Are you watching Ring of Honor? Well, no, I want it on AEW. And I'm like, what are we saying here? Like, I'm leading you down the path of what you want. So that's not good enough. So then, like I said, I prefer quality. Like, I want quality matches over quantity.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. And, you know, I've said this before. Tony Khan is very much an analytics guy. He looks at the data. He looks at and it's not just for wrestling. Like he runs an analytics company that supports way more than just the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like he's working with the NHL and things like that to get stats and everything together, and MLB and doing stuff with that. So like he is a big numbers person, and if he's not seeing it, then he's not going to put it on the A show, so to speak, or the platform of that. But if he started seeing that enough on things like Ring of Honor, it would indicate to him that he either needed to book more on Ring of Honor or bring some of that up and see how it does. So Ring of Honor is a good spot not only for you to see people that you aren't normally seeing, but to also tell him that you are interested and invested in these people and these matches and these stories and get them to come up as well.
For sure. I'm loving some of the comments here. AEW's that underground rapper indie rock band that you don't want to go mainstream or pop. It's cool if you go gold. See, I think people think it is like that, but here's the weird thing. As much as people be like, oh yeah, WWE's got these little funny things that happen on their shows, AEW fans like their little bits too. How do you know? Like that's the same stuff. Like I'm not going to sit up here and pretend and lie to you like, oh no, they don't do that. They like some of that stuff. There's just levels to it. I think that they appreciate like, okay, there's a little swearing on the show. It feels more realistic. So when I hear worse stuff at a playground, I'm like, dude, I really don't want to hear this in a show about like fighting. Like, all right, dude. Like I've heard elementary school kids talk where we're like, hey, watch your mouth, man. What are you saying over here? Take it easy. Take it easy. But it just depends, you know? I don't know. For that, let's see. Joel had some good comments in here. Enjoy whatever you're watching, AEW, ROH, New Japan, TNA, or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's the issue though, Joel? Sometimes the other ones that are not at the top dog spot, they may disappear though if you don't get more people to watch them, if you don't rally together and notice it. We'll be talking about New Japan momentarily tonight. Let me see. I can't read some of this, Joel. I see what you're saying though. Hub said, "What up, guys? I disagree. I still think loyalty means something, or at least it should. I mean, I think if you're in the mafia, but this is pro wrestling. They're here to get every dollar. You could rip your knee out tomorrow and they're gonna fire you, bro. Like it's over. So did you get everything you wanted out of this? Did you get that moment? And we're still in the WWE brain from the year 2002 all the way. When was AEW created? 2019. That's almost 18 years of people who only know the WWE way. There is a childhood of people that you're probably arguing with on the internet, Sean. Me too. BJ too. Like, we're talking to them and they're like, nah, that's not how you do it. What do you mean that's not how you do it? You never saw Barry Windham versus so-and-so? Oh, no, they haven't. Because they don't know. It's not promoted for you to see what that good old Southern wrestling was like. Who's Ron Simmons? He was never the world champ where it mattered, because that's what they preach to you. That's what they want. But yeah, loyalty's all right, but I think I just think people are going to jump back and forth, and I'm just throwing my hands up. I'm like, they're going to jump back and forth. It's okay. There's wrong ways to do it.
Yeah,
you could definitely make people mad at you for how you do it, and that I can understand. But when people are just like, yeah, I did my part, my contract's up, I'm just going to go over here now. Okay, that's like cool. Yeah. Do you?
You know, I'm the kind of person that, you know, this is just my own like fandom and stuff. I see certain people as, oh, they're probably AEW lifers and whatever. When AEW was first starting, I didn't see Cody going back.
I never would have thought it.
Guess what? When he did, I was shocked. I'm not mad. This might be like prophesizing for a decade down the road. I think we'll see him in an AEW ring again at some point. But Kenny, I could see Kenny being an AEW lifer. But if he's winding down and has like a year left and they offered him enough money to go, he's probably not going to be utilized the same, but make your money, you know? Yeah. But
because you never know when that next check's coming anymore. That's unfortunately the life they live. Like,
exactly. But you see, then we have some, like, as you said, there's a particular person who MJF just called right out about it, who did not respect and look at AEW as a good alternative, and no one wants him back over there. So he burned a bridge that could cost him.
And I was trying to explain that for weeks to friends of the podcast. So, like, I was like, dude, they're not going to welcome him back. You made people mad with how you acted and what you did.
Yeah. Like it is a business. Who's paying you? As weird as this sounds, as MJF had said in not that same interview, but another one, like, he's going to talk AEW up. He's going to hype it to be the best. He does think it is the best, and he will, you know, work with whatever needs to be done. If his contract expired and he was working with WWE, he would do that about WWE because they're the ones that are paying his bills.
Ding, ding, ding. That's a fact. I promise you this show's really about Dynamite and Collision. We'll get to it. This is a great conversation though, I think. Yeah. Shout out to Sean. Sean, haven't seen you in here in a while, brother. I hope things are good, man. He said, I hate anyone who gets mad about a wrestler being loyal to a company when they aren't signed to said company, when companies often don't have real loyalty to the wrestlers. Yeah, they'll easily cut you out 100%. It's like having a job. Shout out to Derek, who's in the house. What's good? And BJ.
What's going on, man?
Sean says, ROH problem is it needs a better platform. I only catch their pay-per-views, which honestly is all I seem to need, because they tell me what I've missed on shows in between. Listen, I'm not that far behind you, brother. I'll watch, like, if they have a special in, like, the Mexico one, when they did that, I'll go watch that, and I'm like, oh, this is really good this week. ROH does have its weeks where it's good, and then there's other times, though, where it's like, yeah, once I catch the pay-per-view, cool.
If the idea coming to fruition that might be what my AEW is turning into.
And I have that on the docket to talk about as well.
If they could turn that into a US version, now I know they got to deal with HBO Max, so I'm saying without without the AEW pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like, nah, if you got the US version, you still got to go through the other providers, but everything else is here, that would be great for ROH.
And I think people miss the point too. And I keep telling people, it's like the whole thing when I argue about like, why is Athena not on AEW? She is the draw for Ring of Honor. Same thing here. Same thing in this situation. Why is Tony holding out for WBD? He's trying not to make WBD mad. Like, he's like, I'm giving you every opportunity. If someone comes along with a lot more money, I might have to do this. Like, are you sure? And,
also,
he's making money from it on the side too.
One of the other things to take into consideration too for anyone who has been like, yeah, but you got to pay for Ring of Honor and all this kind of stuff. It was up until what, 2018 that NXT wasn't on TV. You had to pay $10 a month to
Hulu,
see
right?
NXT. It was on the network, WWE Network.
Listen, I'm so old. I was watching when it was on Hulu. Like, I would go on my computer, log on to Hulu, and then I'm like, here we go.
Yeah. So this is what ROH is, and it just hasn't developed yet to be its own thing like that. So
yeah. T-Ferg said, I wish MLW and AEW work together. MLW's putting out like their little partnership graphic. Hold tight, because there's still a couple spots not filled in yet.
Yeah, there's been some interesting stuff there, because even previously we've had a few people who work MLW do some stuff at AEW shows. We just haven't had a full-on handshake, we're in this together kind of thing. So
20 mil makes a big difference too. You don't know what I'm talking about. Look it up. Google Court Bauer and where he got 20 mil from. Sean says, I enjoy MLW. I think it's the best promotion that isn't on a big platform. Look up what I was just talking about if you're going to figure out why they're not on a bigger platform. I watch a lot of promotions when I can, and MLW rarely disappointed. Maple Leaf is fun if you really want solid wrestling. I love watching Maple Leaf. I'm glad that they got a TV deal coming up. Never thought I would see Punk in a WWE ring again. Never say never, man.
Yeah,
that's the true thing. Until union and guarantee contracts, can't be loyal. That's a fact. Wolf, like myself, welcome, Wolf. He said, I think MJF was working us regarding Malachi. Kind of what they're doing between MJF and Andrade could be a major story. I don't know.
I think Andrade is a story.
I think MJF tells the truth, but you can work it either way. Okay, we make a story out of this. That's fine.
That's or you know he's a master of his craft.
How you know? How you know?
How you know?
What up, Rob? I see you. Matt, yes, it's all good, brother. Welcome, man.
Good evening.
Mystical works both promotions, and MJF made appearances, so there's an opportunity where talks can be done. Yeah, Mystico's one of the best. They at least have never made any public comments from me other than where they wouldn't be open. Yeah. And like I said, they have that graphic up right now and we could see some stuff. So with that being said, folks, appreciate you guys. If you're in here, if you're brand new and you like the stuff, hit the like button, subscribe. It helps me. I need more subscribers on the road to 3K. 3K karate champion. I don't know why I want to do Ernest the Cat Miller right there, but that's fine. We talk wrestling over here. BJ is gracious enough to help me out when it's time. I promise you we're going to hit on the major points, and then we'll probably fly through some of this other stuff for the evening. But let's get into this. The announce team, they kick off. They're like, let's talk Dynamite. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. They're running down the card. What's happening on the show? Big card, because obviously it's 3 hours, and that's why we're recording it today instead of on Wednesday like we usually do. They go through the Owen Hart Tournament. So here's what's happened since Double or Nothing. Will Ospreay's in the semifinals. We have 2 of the quarterfinal matches, Mark Davis versus Jack Perry on this show, and Claudio Castagnoli versus Brody King. Swerve Strickland has also moved on. Swerve Strickland said, oh, you thought you were going to forget about my match? He dropped Bandito on his head and delivered one of the best Swerve house call kicks that I've ever seen, standing on Bandito's shoulders. Will Ospreay and Samoa Joe. I thought I was watching a triple threat match with Ospreay playing 2 parts. Like, it was insane. Insane, their matches. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Yeah, you're right. Those matches were incredible. They always pull it out for the Owen, for sure.
Yeah, the Owen, it's time to deliver. Athena is the only one who has moved on to the semifinals over here. We still have Persephone versus Hazuki in a quarterfinals match. We have a wild card versus Alex Windsor. And then we also have Sky Blue versus Suri. Looking forward to that. And if you are not familiar with Hazuki, Suri, you're in for a treat. I'll tell you that for both of them. Really, really good. So we didn't talk about this, BJ, but the show ended. Darby Allin, we all know, no longer the world champion, but he also ate a UFO splash from Kevin Knight. Why, Kevin? Why? The Jet was in the house, and he is arrogant, he is cocky, and he is good. He is darn good at what he does. How'd you feel about the Jet coming out as a heel? And please talk about Speedball Mike Bailey's attire.
Well, first off, the Jet came out looking smooth with his attire. Like, it was fitting. And he just let everybody know, like, he did it because he told Darby, you got to do it for me, you got to do it for the people, and he didn't do it. And the last time MJF was pinned, it was by the Jet. So the Jet felt, and notice how he was doing that too, the Jet felt.
I said it. He keeps calling himself the Jet, and he said himself before the fans. What a jerk.
Yep. And the Jet felt if he would have been in that situation, MJF wouldn't have won that belt. And so that's why it happened. You disappointed me. And then as he was delivering that, Speedball came out in a eclectic, classy look. We'll put it that way.
He's a sophisticated man.
He tried to match his like a gi look, like for a karate with style, and some people didn't like it.
He came out looking like Rick Astley. That's all. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Yeah, he was bugging. He
was fitting kind of that 80s theme, So
yeah. Speedball is an acquired taste. I feel like he is yeah. If you I like Speedball, so me and BJ are probably the rare ones. Everyone else who I talk to, like, get this guy off my screen. I want to punch him in the face. Like, I'm just like, I like Speedball. No.
No, I like Speedball too. So
that's a fact. But yeah, that was pretty much the segment. And you would think Speedball's like, yeah, we can make up for this. We gotta just talk to Darby. He blows by him, gives him the old shoulder check bump, and then he's like, man, I'm about to beat you up. And he just starts wailing on Speedball. And I was like, makes sense to me.
Hit him with that mic.
Had to do what you had to do. So I was a big fan of what they did with the Jet here. So he's moving on. And then, BJ, we get the footage of Kenneth. Give me a middle name for him here.
Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai Omega. And Billy Goat, Jerome Ospreay. They always meet in the medical room. Y'all need to stop getting beat up, is what it sounds like. So they're in the medical room again on the table. Hey, bud. I'm like, HIPAA laws, anybody, for the love of anything. Pay attention, people. And they're sitting there talking, and they have their words. I want to make sure I get this right. I'm looking at my notes deeply here. And Kenny's just like, yeah, man, you didn't have to roll with the Death Riders, You could have came to me. And he was like, when, bruv? When? You're never here. And I was like, oh, that is a true point.
Yeah.
Kenneth, you've been missing a lot lately. And he's just like, well, I try to be here when I can be, but man. And Kenny's like getting it, like, what's been him in the world. It's like, that and they're having friendly little banter. And then Moxley all of a sudden walks in and he's like, yeah, you got to be careful who you trust, Will. Moxley comes in. He's like a dad who just brought you McDonald's. Like when you're at school, he's like, yeah, we're about to go to the dentist. Look, when he comes in, he has a little bag in his hand. Sup? You know he's right. That's some good advice there. And it's just weird. And going back and watching that first Double or Nothing, like I said earlier,
I think you might have froze up on us there, Conrad.
All right. I'm into this. I can totally get down with this. And Kenny says that he understands why he went to them, but just got to be careful. And then Moxley says something about we all have skeletons in our closet, don't we? And he got like real awkward and quiet. And then Will gives him the don't give up on that world title yet, Kenny. And then it cuts back and it's like like he's in Dream World. And it's like, oh, okay. All right. Yeah. And I loved it. But once again, I will always say this. This company doesn't tell stories. This isn't a story. This is a connection from all of the weeks over and over. Like that stuff infuriates me when people say it.
Week of Dynamite was Kenny going through the glass table, correct?
Correct. I love Moxley, that.
Which set up the first lights out match for AEW.
And it was getting you closer to blood and guts too. If you really think about it, they really had it planned out technically because the inner circle were going to get mixed into all of this too.
And how many times have we had Kenny being on the opposite side of Moxley, whether it's been Kenny as a heel or Kenny as a face? Same with Mox. So yeah, we all have our skeletons.
The beef that never ends.
We have there are, as Derek would call, layers to this.
He got that from you, I think. That's you two.
Really?
Peeling onions. Yeah. You started that.
I thought he was doing layers first. Either way.
No, we took it from you. You said it on the show. I remember these things. Trust me. I have a photographic memory. I'm so glad he didn't do the cliche promo blaming the fans. That's stuff that I'm talking about. Like, let's not do that. Speedball came out in a bathrobe. I love it. I was really hoping Will would have called Omega out for not even trying to compete in the Owen. It might get to that, Sean, eventually, which would be great. Val says, can't wait for the next chapter between Omega and Ospreay. It was so good. I agree. Call OSHA for the Double or Nothing Darby scaffold dive. Tony's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? It's safe here. So they don't have cell phones, can't just call each other, can only talk face to face. Listen, we need that face to face. It is wrestling.
That's right.
We only do phone calls when there's going to be a mystery guy showing up.
We all know how much we don't want to deal with calls and would rather text and stuff. They're even busier than we are. They got to do it when they see each other.
Matt, I'm going to tell you that is my predicted match. I think that is the main event, but
I agree.
I could be wrong. You agree?
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. This is one of my gripes about AEW. I just don't think I...
Actually, I'll take that back. I don't agree for All In.
Okay.
I agree for a show that we mentioned earlier.
I don't think I get enough. I don't know if this is supposed to be a bad word. I don't think I get enough story, but when they do it, I'm all in for it. It's been fantastic, which is fine. Like I said, I can watch New Japan all day though. And I'm like, do I really understand what's happening? Is there more to it or is it just match? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I used to say before AEW came along that I loved watching New Japan because the story, sure, they did the little like press briefings after, like the little, public, interview or whatever, but 90% of the story happens in the ring.
I love Sean. You'll have to wait until Forbidden Doors medical room scene. Thinking about redemption, that is a good word. Because it'll explain a lot more.
Yeah.
After this, man, we have Ricochet. Well, Ricochet is interviewed by Renee, and he's talking about Jericho. That's the next matchup. Jericho Ricochet, first match on the card. We're finally here. How many minutes? 40 minutes in. We're talking about the first match. Jericho almost hits the ref. Ricochet misses the 630. Codebreaker 2 count. Judas effect follows up with the Lion Salt. Jericho finally gets his first win, BJ. It looks like it's a relaxing time. And then, nope, boom, bald man. Tommaso Ciampa shows up. Tired of you. I'm about to stomp you out. Loved it.
I love that with Ciampa, he plays the gimmick of what he's doing so well that you don't know like who he's gonna attack or when he's gonna attack or why he's gonna attack, and we don't know why he attacked Jericho.
He
just did, and I was still like, all right, like let's see this match. I'm down. Let's see what happens.
Totally. And I like that Jericho's kind of filling the upper mid card role. Like, okay, let's work together. Let's see if I can elevate you or you elevate me, and let's work something out. Doesn't need a whole group, but you could build some story around this and get to the next level. Thought that was really good. Anything else you wanted to add to that before we move on to this 4-way?
Not really. It was pretty much just straight up how it was.
We have Goldar going up against Brian Cage. I don't know what to call him. Half man, half machine, Chill, Orange Cassidy, and Gollum. It is Roosh, Brian Cage, Orange Cassidy, and Lio Rush in a Superstation Showcase 4-way. Tony Khan will make some words fit together and call it some super match. I love it, though. That's stuff I would do. Like, I'm like, you know what? This isn't a 4-way. This is a Superstation Showcase classic. He'll come up with something every week. Exactly. I did like this, though. Sometimes it's okay to just have matches because they're matches. I miss turning on Nitro and it's Steven Regal and Dean Malenko in a match. Why? Because I want to see it. That's why. Okay. You want a match? Here you go.
We get a Glacier match. It's a cool entrance, and here's our match with Glacier and Fit Finlay. Like
Mortal Kombat
or Mortis.
Cryonic kick. Just unbelievable. This was fun though, I thought. By the way, Orange Cassidy's new t-shirt, I did not get it at first, that he has like his head upside down up at the top, and then I saw him do this, put the glasses over it so that the glasses go over his face, and I was like, I'm so dumb. This is genius. Genius.
It was a genius. Yeah. This match was really interesting to me because they were 4 very different people, like types of like even matchups that we're normally getting right now. Mm-hmm. And so to see like those different dynamics at play were pretty cool. Every time you say Goldar, I'm just like,
Rita. You get the burns. Let's go.
I'm sitting the putties.
Right. And you know what? The putties did come out. The Don Callis family make an appearance in the middle of this match. Who was it? Half of Miami Vice, Rocky Romero comes out there. Mm-hmm. You got Lance Archer, which I don't know what he was doing. He like grabbed Orange Cassidy's punch and he was like, "Oh no, call a Zord." Like, you're not gonna do this. Bulk and Skull there. And then then they carry Orange Cassidy to the back. Jake Doyle's back.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jake Doyle's back, and I thought it was gonna be an injury that had him out much longer. So
and what's the next move for Jake Doyle? Should he team with, I think he's either teaming with Cage or he's gonna go back with Mark Davis, but I don't know what's the better move for him.
I liked him and Mark Davis, but Mark Davis is kind of doing his own thing now, so I would put him with Cage and see what happens.
Yeah. Finster, where's my monster? I love it. Derek, I'm definitely late, but I definitely said the word, but you coined the impact of layers. All you, my good sir.
Thank you.
There we go. I loved it. The email was sent out before the match. I'm ordering that shirt solely for the glasses. I love it. Doyle and Cage. Okay. I kind of want to see Cage and that might be it. That might be the squad. The former Impact guys, they got it. They'll be down. They can live with it. In the end, Roosh got left alone. Roosh ended up beating Lio Rush. He's moving on. That's going to be important later on in this match. big W for him. He cuts the promo. Me and BJ have been saying for weeks, like even Derek, I think, said it one week, like they're building him up for something. Yep. What is it? And they're going to kind of get into that. Next up, we got to deal with this douche's celebration. Maxwell Jacob Friedman becomes a 3-time AEW World Champion, BJ, in Philly. You threw batteries at Santa. What happened here, guys? What happened here? You know?
3 times by 30.
3 times by 30. Let me see if I can find that list. MJF did put out a list of champions, and it was an interesting list
8
of
right?
people. There were 8 on it. Come on, people. Go ahead, BJ. You could talk about it if you want, or you can talk about the celebration till I find this.
With the celebration, of course, we had all the pomp and circumstance. MJF dressing in like a gold kind of like design all over his suit, having the gold like streamers pop, like, and he had, of course, back the Triple B.
Oh, and backstage, he did tell Kevin how much he admired him. And I love that Kevin, he was like going to walk past him. Like, yeah, Kevin, you did a great job with that whole Darby Allin thing. I always knew you had it in you, kid. One day you might be something big. And then when he tried to walk away, he was like, nah, we're not done. I can still beat you.
I did also notice that he kept the original belt for the minute while he's got the Triple B. But if you notice, when he was walking backstage and walking out to the ring, whether it was to mock or, if you look at it in a different light, a little bit of respect, he carried it like Darby.
Mm-hmm. Irony.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was really good. And I do have the names. Are you ready for these?
Yes.
Number 1 was Lou Thesz. We also have The Rock, Brock Lesnar, Minute Maid, Randy Orton, John Cena, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Kazuchika Okada.
Before him.
Those were all people in their 30s. That's a quite elite list to be with.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's wild. MJF is the oldest of the 3. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. But he eventually comes out, and we see, and you know what? I want to bring this up too real quick. As soon as he walked away from MJF, and we're back on Kevin Knight, he bumped into Don Callis and Kyle Fletcher. And they had a little stare down. I'm like, not the TNT title again, dog. Kyle, you're getting played, my dude. You're getting played. So they had a little stare down with that. But Mark Briscoe came out, and I was at this match. I went to All Out with Rob and D, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Briscoe and MJF had that crazy like thumbtack stack, drop you on your back match. I was like, what is this? Mm-hmm. They sound like they were tap dancing when they walked up the aisle. Like you could just hear like the clink, 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 because there were so many tacks in their boots. And I love Mark Briscoe. He was like, you know what I love? Ice cream sandwiches. One of my favorite ROH promos by him. But he wants a shot at the title. He's like, I beat you, so you owe me that title shot. I'm like, man, this is like a year ago, and they're bringing it. Comes full circle. Okay, you owe me this match. And MJF tells him, no, you don't look like a champion. If you didn't know, WWE told the Briscoes that that's why they didn't get hired. They weren't, what's the word I'm looking for here, PJ? Aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Not easy on the eyes, and bad tweets also at the time. But they didn't want to hire them for that reason. So Mark's getting mad, and then when MJF's backing out, he's like, I'm not doing this. He goes up the ramp, and then you hear Rush's music play again. He comes out, he's all sweaty still from his match, and he wants a title shot too. He's like, hold on, buddy. Now, you're a pretty good-looking guy. I mean, I can't deny that. You're championship material. So he's like, you know what? You could have a title shot, but not here in Philadelphia. Next week in Richmond, Virginia. And I was like, okay. So the match is made official. We've got it for next week. We got MJF versus Goldar for the AEW World Championship. Should be a good one though. It's two heels going at it with each other. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
You going to the show, BJ?
No, I wish I was.
Too far? Is that too far?
It's not too far, but timing just isn't a lineup for me right now to be able to make it happen. It's a little bit further than like a Pittsburgh show, but
right.
Just timing couldn't make that happen yet. So
yeah, Sean said wins and losses matter. Imagine that.
No.
Referencing that classic Briscoe's promo, ice cream sandwiches. Oh, and he did the Man Up one was also mentioned as well.
Mm-hmm.
Versus the world's greatest tag team. See, I see you. It's Lord Zed versus Goldar for the AEW title. That's right.
There you go.
Who will read a count? And shout out to Queen of the Indies. We were talking a little Indies before, Queen. How are you, Tiff? Hope things are well. Subscribe to her. Why? Because she's lovely. Going back through it. Oh, and I love the line he said too about the bull and the devil are going to lock horns next week.
Mm-hmm.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah. He should have said it. Hearns.
Jack Perry and Luchasaurus are on the bus and they get into the Rocky montage. I will talk about Jack Perry later. Hashtag Wrestling Fashion will have a little segment on here today. We're talking about a lot of stuff about people. Next match. This one's interesting. I don't have a lot to say about it, but I do have something to say about the finish of this. Claudio Castagnoli versus Brody King, quarterfinal Owen Hart Tournament. I thought this match was fantastic. Like low-key sleeper match for me of the night. Like really, really good, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely superb. I was a little bummed, not because I don't like Brody King. I thought Claudio was gonna be. I thought he was gonna be a dark horse.
Brody King won like he was Stan Hansen too. It was just hilarious. He just clotheslined him and it was like, that's it. I was like, now that's badass. Like I like that. Just like, yeah, clothesline might end it too. You never know when the match will end in AEW. It could be the figure four, might be a DDT, might be a small package, might be my finisher, might not be. Who knows? They might kick out at one. You don't know.
Yep.
And I think it's fantastic work here. Brody moving on made sense though. Once you saw Swerve, like Swerve's got to get to his path and get his get backs, and okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm okay with that. And then Beach, we're gonna see something we haven't seen in what was this? 25 years. They have this backwards, by the way. It's Cage and Cope, the new tag team champions, are going to do a 5-second pose.
I'm disappointed in the graphics department on this one. They should have known.
What are we doing? Christian's going to run them down next week and just let them know about this. They came out and did it, and I love it. He was like, for the benefit of we can't do a 5-second pose. No one has cameras anymore. And I love that. This is probably one of the best things Copeland said. Like, he's like, well, a long time ago, I invested a lot of money into these cameras, and they've been sitting around for a long time. So I got him. He dumps them all out. He's happy. Now, poor planning on their part that they were like, yo, I need you guys to help run some of these cameras around because I'm tired. He did it like 2 times. Like, oh, I'm tired. All right, boom, boom. And he hands them all out, and you think it's going to be some great moment. I was surprised people knew how to use them. I was like, wow, this is crazy. And as soon as they're about to hit the pose, the dogs hit the ring. Finley's son,
the Shillelagh,
shillelagh'd them. The only thing that I can ask for at this point is they either have to get Hornswoggle as their heel manager, or Cope and Cage have to get Hornswoggle to manage them one night to go against them and be like, no one knows your father better than this man.
That would be
I don't know if they'll do that. But
and that would also be very much a Cage and Cope thing. This attack was pretty brutal. And I think it helped the dogs more maybe than anything has so far. Which I also thought was interesting. Also, I don't know if you saw this. Maybe I don't think you shared it to me. I think I saw it elsewhere. Maybe you did. I apologize. Today's been kind of a whirlwind. But when Edge attacked Finley on SmackDown,
2008.
Edge in 2008 when this happened was 33 and Finley was 52. And guess what? Now David Finley is 33 who attacked Edge at that same age.
On this day. Fantastic work. Fantastic work there. What up, MJB? Appreciate you. I'm seeing some people make their way in here. All good, all appreciated. Yeah, I thought this was really well done. And then they did the pose like in front of the camera. And I thought that was
they did such a good job with that pose too. Like they nailed it.
Yeah. Now, is this Forbidden Door, you think, or is this gonna be like a Dynamite match?
I think this might be Forbidden Door.
Because we've gotten less and less, like we've gotten away from like the whole like, oh, we're gonna do a big match between like, you know, because in my head I'm like, is it gonna be Yuta Ice and Oscar? Like,
right.
I don't know if they're gonna do that, but
I think this might be more Forbidden Door, but only because, and I keep this crucial, because the dogs came from New Japan. So even though they're AEW, New Japan fans will be familiar with them. Former IWGP World Champion.
This is true.
So, yeah. So I think it'll be that.
Yeah, when you were picking up, I love that everybody's just on it with it. To be fair, they print directions on those disposable cameras. Wait a minute, who said it? Someone said where they getting developed at, and I was like, that's a good question. I don't know if Walgreens still does that. I remember I used to pick them up from Walgreens when I was a kid for my parents. Like, here for the pictures. Yep, that's it.
Like
that's
a little shack that you could drive by and drop them off and like pick them up, like in my area too. So
I'm so old. I remember with the little black bottles with the gray caps on them.
Yep.
Yeah, save that film. Wow. I didn't even read the second half of this. Surprised Billy was cognitive enough to read them. This man is mean. D-Rich, what's going on, man? Yeah, we just talked about that match. Hard-hitting contest between them. Someone said that it reminded them of ROH. It makes me think of what me and Rob always talk about. Like we used to watch these ROH matches back in the day. We're like, oh, dude, look at the German suplex. Oh my goodness, toe pay off the top rope. What an unbelievable move. The match ends. Roll up, clothesline. Like, you won with a back body drop. This match was amazing. It's like ROH. You could just hear it. Like, good stuff, man. I say it's a good chance to do Knockout Bros versus FTR at Forbidden Door. I mean, why not?
Yeah,
I don't know if Stokely's going to be healed though by then. Stokely took a top 5 flaming table bump there. So poor Stokely. Thoughts and prayers. Send your money over to his GoFundMe. I think it's been seized though since the last time he did one of those. So be careful. Be careful out there. Prince Nana and Swerve were backstage reminding everyone what they did to Bandito, and Swerve basically said, Brody, you're up next. So beatdowns are coming for you. And then we got TJ versus Allie Ketch, and I believe it was Ava Everett, if I'm not mistaken. I apologize to the partner, but different to see Allie Ketch from usually see her on GCW, and I've been seeing her. This is the second time,
I believe.
And she was on TNA recently, right?
I believe in GCW she lost and left GCW. So maybe she's about to be showing up more regularly. We'll put it that way. But I was glad to see her.
You, sir, cut it out in this chat. Cut it out. I know nothing of what you speak of. I'm old enough to remember. All right, that's enough. That's enough in here with that. Got to keep it PG-13. I want more. I want Allie Ketch more in AEW and ROH. Allie Ketch was on ROH last week too. Yeah, she lost to Effie, I believe. Yep. So yeah, she's out here. TJ got the win pretty quick. That finisher still looks brutal. Their tag finisher. I'm like, bro, how do you not like?
I was like, that girl's nose is broken. Like that was my thoughts the whole time. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that was rough. But big dubs, and yeah, yeah, I like what they're doing over here. So TJ gets the win. More on that momentarily because they come back up in this show. And we're here at the main event of Dynamite. Jack Perry versus Mark Davis rematch here. This time it's not for the title, it's for who moves on to the semifinals. Jack Perry, wrestling fashion moment. It's happening right here. Shout out to Queen and JPQ. Thinking of you guys. Why was Jack Perry dressed like he was in 3 Count? Is this a thing now? Why is he wearing Anna Jay's pants? Like, did I miss a joke on like one of these vlogs?
I wondered at first when I saw it, I wondered if he was doing his own tribute to Sabu because it's Philly.
Maybe I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah,
and all I kept hearing in my head was like, get up on your feet now. Put your hands together. We like the Backstreet Boys and sing too. Britney Spears is kind of cute. Then Tank Abbott was going to come out. I was waiting for it. I was like, what is happening?
That would have been Luchasaurus dressed as Tank Abbott.
Gotta watch that guy. Luchasaurus been everywhere. He's out in these streets, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought this was a fine match, despite the attire apparel that Jack Perry went with. Jack Perry had some really close calls, but eventually he gets caught. And I love the fact that Mark Davis just was like, you're about to eat a twisting pile driver from the second rope. And that's the end of you, bud. And I love that he won't beat him with that. Like, Mark Davis built up some momentum. Like, I know he's not Kyle Fletcher level yet, but he found a way to like, yo, I'm about to be a singles champion. I'm about to make something happen here.
Yeah, exactly.
Found a way to do it, man. What did I say? Oh, I said TJ. Sorry. Yeah. My apologies. I'd love to see Beth be the wild card. Could be.
That would be cool.
It could be anyone. It could be a wild card. You don't know. You don't know who's gonna show up. Yo, I can't even read that, Sean. I've never seen Richard Simmons wear pants. What are we doing? Oh, Taz said the picture Jack Perry's gear looked like something Richard Simmons wore. Yeah, he never wore pants. You're fine now, Sean. Context is key here. Jack Perry, Luchasaurus, Hornswoggle, and Tank Abbott, the new 3 Count.
Book it. Yeah,
for sure. Mark Davis is a good single wrestler. T-Ferg says, I wonder if Ospreay, Davis, and Fletcher reunite one day. Could be.
Maybe they are a new form of United Empire.
The new United Empire. The new reunited empire.
Yeah, the reunited empire.
Yep. Yeah, Davis wins. And then we go off right from there. Don Callis is out there. He's immediately bragging. He was like, yeah, and he's going to beat Will Ospreay again because he beat him by referee stoppage a couple weeks ago. This stuff is planned. I hope people know that. It's not just like, oh, man, they're just making stuff up on the spot. No, this was planned. They know what they're doing. It's official already for next week. Like, they're doing this. Will Ospreay, Mark Davis. It's going to be the semifinals in Richmond. It's on and popping. And Will Ospreay needs to redeem himself here. So notice who he's facing. Who he's facing. But after that, he says, there's one guy who I always believed in. Protostar. Here he comes. Yo, did you see his vlog, BJ, before how he looked before he went back to the Double or Nothing show? This dude had like hair. He had a whole beard.
Yeah, I was like, I saw the pictures with him in like Sky Blue where she had finished her match, and I was like, oh, he's been hurt and he's just let it go, and that's cool. And then I saw him at Double or Nothing. I was like, whoa, like you
right back to Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah, take it all. Take it all.
The big one. Like, I'm like, oh, here comes Sid from Toy Story. So he's out there, and he basically says that, I don't even know if I can say the P word on here, but he basically said Takeshita is a selfish. It rhymes with Rick. And he went through all of this saying he was selfish and he wasn't looking out for the group. He just wanted to do whatever, and he stopped listening to Don, which is really the point where Don Callis gets mad, because if he doesn't have control of you, then you're no good to him.
Yeah.
And Takeshita comes out, but he's got some friends with him now once the Don Callis family runs out there, and it's the conglomeration. Now, some people seem to think he was in it. I don't think he's in it. I think he just had them for backup. And the conglomeration is kind of like you're by yourself, but you can always call on us because we're down to fight and we'll help you out. So
they're, if we're going back to like WCW days, they're the WCW locker room. Like whenever those guys would pile out to make the save or to help break up a fight, that's the conglomeration. Only they're a little bit stronger.
yeah. And they come out and they just do their thing. After that, Will Ospreay cut his promo on Mark Davis, basically saying like, yo, it's on me and you next week. And then, well, you know who showed up next. They have a match. It's going to be the Death Riders. Moxley and him bump fist. Pac did not bump Will Ospreay's fist. He doesn't like him. And we also have the Rascals here. And the Rascals are like one of the like best acts that I'm like, why are they losing? But they go in, they put on bangers with people. Like just random collision bangers. And it's like, here are the Rascals. Myron Reed's been fantastic too. I think they see a lot in him as well. This trio's got something for themselves here. I know you're not seeing it now. Listen, trust me. This is Tony's like little formula now. You're gonna get beat a lot because I want to see if you're actually here for me or if you're here to get something. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'm okay with that. He reserves probably the wins for like, okay, you're a big star, I got you. But with other people, he's like, all right, we're gonna work this in. We're gonna make this work. Let me see what you're about. Let me learn about you at this time. What'd you think of this match, BJ, as a whole?
Thought it was great. I loved that Ospreay was just immediately in on like the Death Rider like roundabout attacks in the corner. The triple submission was nice. I'm with you with like the Rascals. I'm surprised that they were in here to lose. But the thing is just what you said. Like, I think we'll see that turnaround. And I think we might see that turnaround by All In time. I'll put it that way. But they're also a team that, because I know them and I know how good they are, and they showcase how good they are in every match. If they would have got a surprise win, quote unquote surprise win, I would have went with. I would have been like, yeah, that because of the Rascals. Like they're great. So, I think that will eventually be the case. But
yeah, I think one of the weeks they're going to surprise you, or it wouldn't surprise me if 1 week they randomly just become tag team champions. Why not?
Yeah, I have noticed, and I hope that like I'm not putting my foot in my mouth by saying this. Very rarely do I ever see Tony booking someone how WWE does people who can sell well. As we've mentioned before in previous times, like with Dolph Ziggler, like you could get invested, you liked Dolph, but you always knew like he's not pulling it out. Like these guys don't do that. We might have a little small string, but it's never like, oh, if I see them, they're gonna lose. I mean, look at Ace Austin, for example. Like starting to like showcase out more and more, starting to get those opportunities.
He snuck in the match on here too. I don't have a graphic for it, Tony, but he snuck one in here tonight too.
Yeah.
He got a quick match in, and it was fantastic again.
Yep.
Rascals need to be holding the trios belts. I could definitely see that happening. I like the trios belts moving around frequently. Like they don't have you don't have to keep them on somebody. And if they go to Ring of Honor, they could definitely be like longtime ROH tag champs if you wanted them to be, like easily.
I don't want them to move as fast as like the never open weight 6-man in New Japan. But I do want them, like I do think a trios can frequent because that's the whole dynamic. It's chaotic matches, it's different formulas of people being put together leading to different scenarios. So it's way more unexpected than this singles wrestler, and this is the way they work, and this is the way they strike, and this is the way they handle things.
Or you could leave the belts on them.
Yeah.
Like they're a team that I'm like, they've been together forever. Yeah, leave them on them. Let's hope not, but we shall see. To me, I think the match will end up being Death Riders versus United Empire for Forbidden Door with Will stuck in the middle, Sean says.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
that would be a good like situation too.
Okada versus MJF would work well for Forbidden Door, but I think it's going to be Andrade MJF. That way you can showcase the what's it called? The international title? Is that the name of it now? The former global, excuse me, there it is. The former Intercontinental title, the global championship. Or a multi-man with MJF, Okada, Andrade, once Andrade leaves the Don Callis family. Ooh. Notice he wasn't beaten on KT, Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah. I haven't been keeping up as much with New Japan, but I am fairly certain if the Threads account for Andrade is actually him, today he had some pictures up of him. They were AEW photos, but it was him in his New Japan stuff and promoting the global title. But unless he mistyped, he said the real New Japan heavyweight champion.
I mean,
and I'm like, isn't your stablemate the IWGP heavyweight champion?
Yeah. What about Billiam? I'm just saying, just putting it out there. I don't know if we said it, but Ospreay wins with an armbar. He used that. He gets the tap out victory. Once again, just showing that he is with them. Cut to a backstage segment, Beach, with the Ops. Samoa Joe says, Hollywood's calling me again, so I got to go away for a little bit. Looks like he'll be gone almost until right before the 30th of August. I'll let you figure out what's going on around that time. But yeah. So it looks like he's going to film for Twisted Metal, and then that leaves Hook and Anthony Bowens. They kind of a little stare, like, who's in charge? Who's the boss? Angela, Tony Danza. What's going on here? Like, they're ready to fight. So
we'll see. By the way,
say it again.
It is Angela, by the way. Angela is the boss.
How you know? Yeah, for sure. I'd love to see AEW adopt PWG King of Trios tournament. That would be dope, actually, to like just do that. Or put it on ROH and have a battle of like, here's the AEW bracket. Tony, you can pay us right now. Sean, right. I'll cut you in, Sean. Good deal. Probably.
A special event. The King of Trios.
Give us a trios price on that right now. King of Trios. We bring it back, and then we got to have wild cards in each bracket. And I better see like El Generico come out of retirement with Sean Waltman. I need that 1, 2, 3 kid though when he comes back. Same thing like in 2010. It might have been 2009. I don't remember. I'm getting old now, but one of my favorites. Why y'all want to torture Derek? Too bad. Make him review it by himself. Oh, we have another trios match. Just a lot going on here. This one was actually good. New Japan teasing issues between Will and Callum. It's a matter of time. Oh, I've been calling it since when did Will first go back? I've been calling it since like Wrestle Kingdom. Like I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen. Ospreay's new submission is called Death Ground. The Death Riders named it for him. Okay. I didn't finish Collision again. Don't worry. There's Collision this Saturday too. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. After that, we got Andrade versus Ace Austin. I thought I knew. First off, so Andrade does his spot on the outside, BJ, with this girl. Why was she on his back? What was up with that? I think they must have told her to be over eccentric, and she did a good job with it. Because then Andrade picked her up. There you go.
Yeah.
Wild stuff here. I thought Ace Austin looked great though. Andrade gets the win with I call it the wing clipper, but apparently now I have the new name. It's called the DM.
Yeah.
Cut it out in these streets. Hey yo, come on, Derek. Come on. We got company bills to pay for here. Do it for Forbidden Door. AEW reps, ROH reps, New Japan reps, CMLL reps. Ooh. Just a big King of Trios Forbidden Door.
I like that.
I'll pay for it. I'm in. I'm in. Let's do it.
Hey, maybe at some point y'all get into doing some predictions and some punishments. And Derek reviewing a trios tournament sounds like a great punishment if he lost a predictions contest. Like,
There you go. You will now have to serve 10 Walter chops. Walter chops.
Gotta get the full meat of that slap.
That's right. E is correct. So when you're watching this, I watch on HBO Max. When Dynamite ends, you have to go over to Collision. This is a stupid feature that I don't know why they can't fix this and just automatically take you over to it, or at least have a pop-up come up where it's like, okay, do you want to watch Collision now or something?
Well, right now, as they're being sold or bought, I should say, they're not going to change it right now. So we just got to still roll with it.
Why are we getting Pootie Tang references right now in this show? Y'all remember that chick that followed Pootie Tang to the elevator? Tippy Tang. Forbidden Door. I love it. Either one night tournament style or four corners. I'm with it. Yeah. D-Rich, you enjoy Ring of Honor. I know. Main event's AR Fox, Desmond Xavier tonight. Okay.
It's going to be great.
That must be what I interrupted Tiff. She must have been watching that. He said, Derek's like, who you got? D-Rich? Hate the Ace had to take another L. TV time is good in this company. Mm-hmm. It is precious. So if he's getting it, he is good. Yeah, he is good. Heard your name, guy. I had to watch my boys Priest and yeah. But, he was on tonight? Oh yeah, I might have to go back and check that out. There's not gonna be Pootie Tang references all night. I gotta add. I'm trying to find the saxophone sound effect for the soundboard. I gotta find that, the little Boys in the Hood saxophone. That's gonna be when something doom's about to happen to someone. And then he said, "I'm your friend. Trust me." I'm gonna have those saxophones playing, and then I knew. Yep, clothesline. Backstage, we get a beatdown of Ty J. Like, why? Why, Divine Dominion? Why are you doing this? Oh, that'll be less than our match on Collision. Hardy har har. And if you didn't know, now you do, that Collision this week in Huntsville, Alabama is going to have a 5-minute tag team championship eliminator. This is probably the biggest competition they faced thus far, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they're going to last the 5 minutes. If you want an early prediction.
I think so too.
And if you want to know another match, we have the Trios Championship on the line against the Don Callis C team. It's going to be Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero, and Lance Archer challenging for the titles. Have fun with that one. Have
fun. Especially with the location, this is going to be the now, I know he doesn't necessarily live there anymore. One of them doesn't, but this is going to be the big, fun show that Tony Schiavone and Conrad Thompson get to just like enjoy and talk to people and record a bunch of stuff because that's their stomping grounds.
Right.
So,
how do you like me now?
Yeah.
Bob, what are you doing here?
Oh,
how can we make AEW better? Put the belt on me. Then what, Bob? I beat everybody.
Every time I think of Bob Holly, I just think of Kazarians. Do you?
Do you? Or me and Derek's famous best damn drop kick in the business.
Yeah.
Good drop kick.
I do want to say something. It's a little side note, but when we were talking about the announcers there, apparently before Double or Nothing, JR had a fall. So not only, if people didn't know, he did reveal that like he was starting to be treated and being like evaluated and tested for like dementia, like Alzheimer's. And then also finding out he had a fall before calling the match. Love JR. I hope nothing but the best for him. I want him to, be as healthy as he can be. As far as more commentary, I'm not sure because there were some things that were being messed up, but obviously, especially with knowing that he fell and stuff, just well wishes and stuff out there to JR. Just wanted to
Yeah, and it looks like Foley's, like I said earlier, he's been added to that page. I'm okay with like let's mix commentary teams up every week. Like let's just do stuff. You want Taz is
Danielson
out,
also
Foley's in. Foley's out, Nigel's in. You know what I mean? Oh, Danielson's in this week.
Yeah, Danielson just got moved over to the commentary team too.
Yeah, definitely. I can see Collision's going to end up probably having like a third person added to it. I prefer 2-man announce teams, but it's probably bound to happen. And then we get to the main event here, Beach. The lights went out at 11. Why did this show go past 11 too? Like it was longer than 3 hours. Chris Statlander, Hikaru Shida, lights out Philly street fight. No steak hokies were used during this. I was a little sad by that. Fluorescent light tube broken across Statlander's back in this bloody affair. Ooh.
Had to do some ECW throwback. Things there. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked. Did you see the lump though on Sheeta's head? I don't know when that happened. I don't know how it happened, but
yeah. Also,
holy Sheeta.
Holy Sheeta.
Yeah.
Also, I just saw Matt in the comments there too. The bicycle running over the fingers. Now I will say, Stat is if you guys didn't know this is why it's also beneficial sometimes to go back in those archives to the AEW podcasts, especially the early ones, when getting to know some of these people. Stat had a background as a stunt woman before she ever came into the wrestling business. So I think, this might have been one of those things that she's probably learned how to do, but you saw the angle. It went over the fingers. That's going to hurt no matter what. So
yeah, that's a bike.
Yeah,
Kota Ibushi has ruined this in that in that last street fight with Paul White and all them. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Can't be hitting people on bikes with lead pipes. What's wrong with y'all? And then he got clotheslined off of by Brian Cage. I remember that. Like, why? Yeah, Sheeta took a beating in this one though. They hit the tombstone pile driver through the table on the floor. Then she rolled her back into the ring and what is she hit her with the kendo stick one time for good measure. I don't know why Harley Cameron came out. She was like, here, use this, and then clocked her, and then
I'm here too.
Yeah. And then Saturday Night Fever, and it was GG's. Like it was over for Sheeta. I thought it was a really good match. I'm looking forward to Sheeta as a heel now, moving forward, like seeing what she gets into.
Now that she doesn't have to have the filter.
That's for sure. Yes. Yeah, she doesn't have to lie anymore.
That's right.
Yes, I peep. Action Wrestling's been bringing over the AEW peeps. Can't wait for the Dean. Always good. I guess you guys don't watch TNA. I do like Mustafa Ali and Leon Slater. I watch TNA. I just don't watch it consistently enough. I know it's about to start, but
I'm conflicted on TNA. I like the talent on TNA. I don't really like a lot of. Actually, you know what? I'll break it and just be real. I'll break it and just be real for a second. The minute Scott D'Amore came on after the pay-per-view ended and revealed that TNA was back, we're back, I was so excited. And then they immediately got rid of him, and every decision that they have made since, I have not been okay with. So that's where they lost me. But it wasn't the talent's fault. It's the management's fault. I support them. I want them to keep doing well, make your money, live your life. Hopefully it leads to even bigger opportunities. But I can't do it because they betrayed me as a fan.
You're not wrong. I don't like the business practices. I was okay even a little bit. I was like, all right, I'm still sticking with this for a little bit. But then I started seeing stuff where I'm like, nah, you can't complain about that and then do this. And then I don't like the TNA people, forgive me. I don't like the ungratefulness of like, you got Kenny Omega. They gave you like their Roman Reigns, and all I hear, the AEW did nothing for them. I'm like, did nothing? Bro, you should be glad you got Private Party when you had them the one time. Are you kidding me? Do you want to see where they were like, what they were doing a year or two before that in bars? Remember the shows were in bars on Twitch and stuff? Like, dude, come on.
Now, we know that doesn't stack up anywhere near Birthright.
Birthright, yeah, sorry. Forget, where are my manners?
Sorry.
This was a good show. I am over these 3-hour shows right now, though. Like, I want them put away for a little bit.
I understand why it's happening when it comes to a sports thing, and just because that's been the nature of TNT and TBS since this deal. I get that, but I am also with you. Like, we got to find some kind of way to breathe or break it up, move the collision to a different night from something.
I prefer 2-hour Dynamites, and maybe this won't happen in the future. Once this like Paramount thing, if it goes through, like we don't know all the aspects to that either. Like, that's going to be a whole nother sandwich. We'll just say. I was going to use a bad terminology, but I decided not to. Yeah, so solid show. We talked about it. So for next week, we're going to be talking about MJF and Roosh. Me and Derek will be back on the call. We do have the wild card showing up next week. I'm going to say Dakota Kai. BJ, you got a prediction for who this is?
Mercedes Moné.
Okay. Alex Windsor. She's going to be out there. Can she get the job done? We talked about Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis. And for the TNT Championship, Kevin Knight versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Jet Speed? Who? Jet Speed who? It's over. Those are done.
Mystico is crying somewhere.
Porky. Why? Mystico, he's out injured too now. Clay, what is going on, man? Yep, they lost me with Scott D'Amore getting ousted. See, yeah, Clown saying Ruby Soho. That would be a very surprise person.
I wouldn't mind that by any means.
I haven't seen Matt Menard and Cool Hand Ange in a while.
Well, I know that Cool Hand Ange and Ruby had a baby.
But he came back.
That they also run a I want to say it's like some kind of like cafe / gaming shop.
Okay.
And so that's just kind of what they've been doing. So
hey, if you're there, you're there.
Yeah.
Breaking news that happened during the week. Big Damo and Nikki Cross announced the purchase of Progress Wrestling, and I guess they're part owners in Defy. I didn't really understand if they own Defy or if they're part owners in it, but good for them. Like, I think this is a good move. I thought that we could see them even in MLW, which maybe they'll work with MLW.
Maybe
it's good to see like the indie scene get some oomph back to it again. So I'm with it.
This is a good like backing for now I might be off on this, but Defy is more on like Washington State, like the West Coast.
Yeah.
And Prestige is
West Coast as well. That was Jesse's area.
Are they as well? Because they were doing UK stuff too. So
West Coast stuff.
Well, I think that this will be good, not only to keep that going, but I think it will help rebuild and grow that UK scene again that got gutted 10 years ago.
And I can't believe like DPW and all those disappeared. They were like the top indies, and I'm like, why are the top indies leaving? But maybe the asking prices were getting too high. I don't know. Could be, but indie wrestling is alive and well. And speaking of that, Tony Khan, with his water in his double stack cup, says he confirms my AEW app is looking to become a hub for wrestling promotions worldwide. I love this idea. Now, I want to warn people first, though, because yes, we saw that they picked up QT Marshall's One Fall Wrestling School. Very cool. I'm happy for them. Love it. I have my AEW. Vipin. So, but looking at this, people are like, bring out the PWG library, BJ. I want to tell them to pump their brakes. Do you know where I'm going with this already?
Yes.
You will have to heavily edit this PWG library because I don't think people are remembering what was said during those times. I see people have put up clips sometimes. PWG was raunchy back in the day. Listen, I get it. Different times, things have changed. You can't have that on like your stuff.
So I kind of want to give a reference to something without being explicit in some of the things. I'll give a reference to 2 movies. If you know them, you know them. If you don't, I'm not gonna explain them. But there are 2 movies that people will talk about that they enjoyed, that fit a certain kind of time, that would never fly now. There's like Tropic Thunder and one called The Ringer. Very much would, so many red flags, so many problems, so many things that it was a different time. Not saying that everything was right or cool then either, but it was a different time. PWG is amplified on that. And I don't think that's good for anybody. So no, if it were me, if it's just the matches, sometimes no commentary, I'd be more
I
okay.
said heavily edited.
Yes.
We will go through this match by match, and
you will get the scrubbed down version to get what you need to get and not the extra.
Yeah. Yes. And I love people talking about Rev Pro in the comments. But BJ, so we did have New Japan. I don't have a graphic for it, but New Japan did kind of like, I don't want to say go down, but New Japan has been bought out, or their shares have been acquired by Cyber Agent, which owns Noah. Yeah, Bushiroad gave up the bread. It's over
to
for New
TV
Japan.
Asai and Cyber Fight.
Correct.
I know the couple of things. Keynote here.
Wait, did I say Cyber Agent? Sorry, work stuff. Go ahead. I just realized what I said.
But a couple of key things to note with those 2 things. TV Asai are the ones, if you are anywhere near the content creator space in the world of wrestling, or have heard anyone say that like New Japan has flagged their videos to be taken down for copyright, even just for images. That's not New Japan. That's TV Asai. So now they own more of it. So they could end up being even harsher on content that you share. So just if you're in that space, be aware, be prepared, and watch what you're sharing and make sure that it's not from them. Cyberfight, it's interesting because they own or have a majority of shares, like they do now, like with New Japan, with a lot of other Japanese promotions.
TJPW, yeah.
Most notably, I'm pretty sure they have Noah, which is also going to be interesting because Noah has a working relationship with WWE, and New Japan has a working relationship with AEW.
Which I was told that technically is not needed anymore because WWE would be on their WrestleVerse Universe app, and now Netflix is coming to Japan. So I don't think it's needed. But who knows? Maybe they rekindle the friendship some other way.
Yeah, there's that. But also, yes, in DDT and TJPW, but also, there are they did not do it with Stardom. Bushiroad still has Stardom. So how is this going to affect Stardom in New Japan and their little crossover, that the stuff that they do? What's gonna, is Stardom just gonna go and start being its own separate thing again? Like, nobody knows. It's pretty interesting.
Stardom is still Bushiroad's. They were smart enough to keep it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Bushiroad held on to that, but
you know why though? It's making the bread right now in Japan.
Oh yeah, Stardom is amazing. If no one has been like checking out Stardom or whatever, you're missing out.
Hashtag another JPQ reference tonight. That's 2 of them for you, brother. Hashtag watch Stardom.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's very interesting that also wasn't part of the deal to move over. That Bushiroad held on to that, but said, New Japan can move. And yes, exactly. What does that mean for that title? Because
could New Japan and Noah
we have had a couple of people be working on both over the last couple of years, which never happened. That was not a thing that happened.
Could our boy Gato finally get to book his like rival promotion and unify some belts and take them down? AJPW's got to be loving this. All Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah. They're like the only other one now that's not in this. Like, we're not owned by anybody. I mean, you have Dragon Gate and stuff like that too, but
right. But yeah, is that what the in JPW is going to turn into? Is Noah?
Who knows? It's going to be interesting. I feel like the New Japan name still means a lot, though.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, man. That I'll leave it at that for now. We're speculating, and we can speculate all day about this, but it's interesting. Where are we headed? Where are we going? Forbidden Door still coming up Sunday, June 28th, San Jose, California. Like I said, we're going to see AEW, New Japan, CMLL, and Stardom lock it up and put on some pretty good matches for us. Finals of the Owen will be there. Lots happening. We have a new pay-per-view coming. It looks elegant and royal. It is called Redemption, happening Sunday, July 26th in the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. That should be fun. I think that show we will get to see a lot of things being redeemed. For a lot of people's storylines, we'll just say. And I think everything will start to finally make sense and piece together. And we still have All In happening August 30th. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hey, Joe. 2026. All of that is right here. And I want to say one more thing, BJ. I think today, Evil Uno showed where Mystery Wrestling is going.
Okay.
And I think he accidentally spoiled something.
Okay.
In September, they're going to be in Toronto. And someone was like, "You're going back to Canada again?" And I was like, "All Out?"
Ooh.
It's right after Labor Day. And I was like, "All Out?"
Interesting. Yeah.
Might be happening. So
I mean, I was just about to say, you know, it's pretty awesome the build that we have leading up to All In. And I think we're going to get, you know, normally summer is kind of a time where we're like a little relaxed on intensity and story and moment, but I don't think we're getting that from AEW. I think they're, like I said, all cylinders and they are pedal to the metal. And man, it feels like by the time we get to All In this year, it is truly going to be a new day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 2001 all over again. Yeah. Yes, Sean, that did happen too with Okada. I don't know. Great moment though in wrestling that he got mad. Also, I want you guys to make sure that we talked about Hubs. Me and Hubs will be live. Clash of the Podcast. I'm sure we'll be talking that Clash in Italy that's happening this week. And we'll be giving our WWE thoughts and opinions over there. Make sure you're subscribed to Hubs too. We got some good stuff planned for you guys coming up soon. We also have our friends AEW Fan Hub. I appeared on the podcast. I spoke very little because I was having some technical difficulties on the show on Tuesday, but they were over there. I let them have their piece. I let them have their talk. One of the most fun fan interactive podcasts you guys can go to. So if you're ever in the Discord, hop in there and join our Discord because me and Derek will be back also Wednesday. You can see that in the Discord, but join our Discord. We're getting closer to 1K, Beach. We're getting there. It's happening. We pushed really hard and got like 100 new members. I need this. So for Forbidden Door, for Redemption, for All In, All Out, all in the middle, we need you guys. So sign up, share our stuff. Let's grow this together. Everything Pro Wrestling is about to be one of the best, like AEW podcasts. I don't care what you want to say. We're one of the best wrestling podcasts. I firmly believe that in my heart. Whether other people believe it or not, I couldn't tell you. Do what you want to do. Go listen to ex-wrestler bash on stuff and grift. Or go listen to people who used to have jobs with the company and they stick up for them all the time. I wouldn't be doing that, but you do you. Come over here. BJ.
Sorry. I don't know. Something triggered when you said that made me think of something. I don't know. Yes, EPW is the place to be. Check out the Discord, and you know, as you said, all in, all out, all in between. You and AEW Fan Hub are all involved with everything that's going on in wrestling, and AEW specifically for AEW Hub. And this is the place to be.
Yes. And it is dinner time for me. So I am out of here. Thank you guys for joining us for an hour and 40 minutes. We really enjoyed that one. BJ, I thank you again for doing this.
Absolutely, man.
For myself, my guy BJ, all of his contact stuff is down below. You better hit subscribe for him. Subscribe to the channel if you liked it. Hit the like button on your way out. Check out some of our cool videos. And we will be back on Monday with Clash of the Podcast. See you guys on the next one. Peace.